and let the one who has no sword sell his cloak and buy one.
Alright guys, we're going to go over choosing ammo, specifically 9mm ammo. So I've got some ammo here, my personal ammo. Hey, we want to take a second just to let you know that we offer concealed weapons classes in South Carolina. We are in Anderson, South Carolina. So if you're local to us, check us out at defensetraining.org. We also offer other training as well. You can check that out again, defensetraining.org. Also, we make holsters. We have custom holsters that we make, so you can go check those holsters out. They are ambidextrous and both inside and outside the waistband holsters. They are made of Kydex. They have a lifetime guarantee and a 60-day money-back guarantee. So check those out at defensetraining.org/holsters. All right, back to the video. I don't have a box for this one, and what we normally do is when we load some stuff up is we'll print it out. We've just got on there, printed this out, popped it on here, and then I have a bigger box over here, but we didn't put that on there. This is 124 grain right here. Now this is the SIG V Crown hollow point. This is 147 grain. I believe these are just round nose. Yeah, I was just shooting this round nose. So for those of you that don't know about what grain means, if you go to the store and you get a box, there we go. It says 115 grain full metal jacket FMJ. That's the weight of the bullet. Not the whole cartridge, but just the bullet right here. So choosing ammo, typically you're going to find the 115 grain off the shelf at the store. That's what you're going to run across. So when you're buying, now they do make some, you can buy the 50 grain civil defense and some other stuff that has some lighter recoil and stuff like that. I have not tried that, so I can't really speak on how it shoots. I've had some people I know that have tried it and they like it. They've looked at the penetration and stuff, and it's fine with them. So more power to them. That is one thing I suggest you do, is research your penetration and stuff like that, and make sure it penetrates enough, doesn't over penetrate, and stuff like that. But going over just the grains, that is the weight. So you've got, let me move this. So we've got 115 grain. 124 is going to be heavier by about 9 grains, and then 147 is going to be heavier than the 124. So we're about 32 grains heavier than the 115. Now, with shooting this, my favorite is typically the 124 or the 147. The 115 is okay. I'm not bashing it at all, but I prefer either 124 or 147 with a little hotter 147. Now, for you guys out there and ladies out there that are looking for something with a little less recoil, you don't want the kick. That 9mm has some snappy recoil. You can go over here to this 147 grain. This 147 grain has pretty light recoil. It's a lot lighter than this one. It's lighter than this one. Well, it's a lot lighter than this one. It's lighter than this one. Unless you get into the plus P realm, which is the way I would run this hotter. The 147 I would personally run hotter. However, just for shooting, especially you get your full metal jackets, just take standard to be a lot lighter recoil. Get you some hollow points in it as well. There's some depth and stuff that goes along with that. However, in a self-defense shooting, I don't think it's enough to worry about. There's some penetration there that it may over penetrate a little bit, but by the time it goes out of that body, it's going to fall to the ground more than likely anyway. That's some of the studies that I've seen. That's like the 357 SIG. It tends to go out of the body, but it falls to the ground anyway. So that's things to consider, guys. If you're looking for a lighter weight or a lighter recoil, go to the heavier weight. The 147, especially, that's the lightest recoil pretty much that you're going to get. That's still going to allow your gun to actuate. Anything heavier than this, you run into the downside of it may not actuate your gun properly. Your gun may not feed it properly. It won't rack back all the way and reload another round. The 124 standard, you're not going to have a problem with that. The 115 standard, you're not going to have a problem with that. I run the 124 plus P round. It's coming out of there at 1300 FPS. That is a hot, fast round, but it does what I want it to. I want a little better straight trajectory. In some of the situations that I'm in, I can have about 30 yards that I might have to take a shot, and I want that flatter trajectory. So I go to the plus P 124 because I want a heavier bullet as well. The 115, It is good for just off the shelf because that's what you're going to find. But if you want to really get into looking at the weights of the stuff, lighter recoil, 147. 124 is a good one. The 124 standard is going to be a little bit, it's going to be about the same. In all honesty, there's not enough to really tell unless you had a meter to meter it. But the 147, you're really going to tell a difference. You can get 115 grain plus P. You can get all of them in plus P rounds off the shelf, or you can order them. But for standard shooting, for you guys looking for a lighter recoil, that's more what I'm trying to go over here. So the lighter recoil is going to be that 147. I like the hotter load in the 124. It is not lighter recoil. It's a snappy pop. It is a lot more recoil than this one. But once you learn to manage it, you'll like that little bit flatter trajectory that you're getting at a little bit longer distances. You know, a lot of you are training, 10, 15 yards, but you get out that 20, 30 yards, you're going to have that flatter trajectory. That 1300 FPS coming out of there makes a big difference. All right, so I just wanted to go over a little bit about choosing ammo. Always make sure you use hollow points, unless you're in that crazy state that says, oh no, you got to use full metal jackets. Always make sure you use hollow points. Because if it does go through and it does actually hit somebody with that full metal jacket, you're going to be responsible for that as well. And these will penetrate a lot more than any of these hollow points will. And I don't care what grain they are, these are going to penetrate. So look at that. And if you want the lighter recoil, I suggest trying out. Just buy you a couple boxes of 147 and see how much lighter it is than your 115s. Take them and check them out. Buy this off the shelf. You don't have to order these. Get them in, and you'll noticeably tell the difference of the lightness of recoil, and you can get on target a lot quicker. Alright guys, this is Spencer with Defense Training. Stay safe, stay armed. Please like, subscribe, and comment on this video below. Thanks.